In this video, I show you how to make this wire-wrapped bead cocktail ring. On this project, I used a marker to get my ring size, 20 gauge wire, 26 gauge wire, glass beads and size 60 seed beads. To make the actual ring, I used 20 gauge wire that was 17 inches long. I wrapped the 20 gauge wire around a marker 3 times. This gave me my ring shape. You can see the 3 coils here. Then find the start of the coiled wire and with your pliers wrap it around the coils to hold them together. You can see how that holds these coils together. It makes a sturdier ring. Next, using your pliers, start to make a flat coil at the other end, just like you see here. Keep coiling in this way so that you make a flat coil. You roll up all the wire. Then bend the coil over so that it lies flat on top of the ring, just like here. Feed a bead onto the 26 gauge wire. Secure the bead to the wire by twisting the wire together underneath the bead, just like this here. Then thread the beaded wire through the outer coil, the last coil of the ring, and pull it through until the bead is flush with the coil. And then begin to secure the bead by twisting the wire once around the base of the bead. So you twist it just underneath the bead. If you look closely at the finished ring, you'll see that each red bead is embellished or decorated with wire. So after twisting the wire once around the base of the bead, take the wire up and around the bead to make a circle. That's what's happening here. This circle should be placed on the front of the bead. So the circle you create will be slightly smaller than the bead so that it can rest on the front of the bead. And then thread wire through the coil again and add the second bead. When the bead is flush with the coil, wrap the wire once around the base of the bead and begin to decorate the bead with a wire circle like you did with the first one. Take the wire up and around to make a circle that will rest on the front of the bead, and continue adding beads until you're done with that part of the ring. Now we've got to add the middle part. So we need to fill in the middle portion of the ring with large white seed beads, size 60. Thread the wire through the next coil of the ring. So it's not the outer coil because the red beads are on that. It's the one next to the outer coil. Secure it by twisting it around the coil a couple times. Next, start feeding seed beads onto the wire. I used approximately 22 to 24 seed beads, but obviously there are various kind of sizes, so you might use more or less than I did. Wrap the beaded wire around a pencil to make a coil shape with the beaded wire. Then manipulate the beaded coil so that it fits snugly inside the circle of red beads. Feed the end of the beaded wire over the seed beads and into the back of the ring's coil. Push the wire back through to the front and thread it through to the back again. Do this around the bead as many or as few times as you would think you need to in order to secure the seed beads. You might need to do it 1 or 2 times, or 3 or 4, depending on how your beads have fallen into the middle. You will end up with a wonderful cocktail ring similar to this. Pretty. Remember, this is not a soldered ring, so there will be a little movement. However, it's a sturdy ring. I've worn mine on my thumb. I think it looks extravagantly cool.